What's up, everybody? It's Aaron Duncan here, back again with another video on the Unnecessary Bluntness Sports Talk channel. I'm reacting to the Panthers versus the Buffalo Bills preseason game, and it was a hard watch. I'm not gonna lie, it was hard to watch, not just because it's preseason, but it was a lot of penalties. It was sloppy. It wasn't a ton of offense, but you guys make sure you hit the subscribe button, man. I get recap and analysis of the Panthers, so make sure you hit the bell icon too so you won't miss any videos, and make sure you give the video a thumbs up. But let's go ahead and get into it, man, because I know it's preseason. I'm not going to overreact or underreact to everything, but I'm going to go through, talk about pretty much the whole game, talk about how each position group pretty much did, and highlight the people that did well. But hey, man, before I get into it, you guys let me know how you felt about the game. I know it was tough to watch and it was ugly, but what do you think? Are you panicking because after what you saw tonight? Are you just chill because Cam and Luke didn't play and it's only preseason? Or are you overreacting like a lot of us are about some of the stuff you saw? Let me know down below in the comments. But the main thing I noticed, because the preseason is not the Bible, and it's not the final thing. This is not the squad we're going to have on the field, because some of the starters played, but not all of them. Of course, obviously Cam Newton, Luke Kuechly, Christian McCaffrey, probably our top 3 players on the team, did not play. However, you can still learn lessons from the preseason, and the biggest thing I learned is how much we really need Cam Newton. Not just because of quarterback play, because I'll talk about how bad those guys played tonight, but just because of the energy. Like, I know it's preseason, there's nothing to really get excited about for the fans and whatnot, but even when Cam is, like, anytime it is, like, whether it's practice, whether it's 7-on-7, whether it's freaking him giving out turkey to the homeless, or him coaching the football game. Whatever Cam's doing, he's bringing the energy, and it's contagious. It's electric. It was so dry and flat tonight. Offensively, we started out 3 and out. Defense did not look great starting out initially versus the Bills starters with Josh Allen and Shady McCoy, of course. And the energy factor is huge when it comes to our team, because we are a team that's all about momentum. We're all about having fun and bringing the hype and the energy and stuff like that. And you can tell it was really lacking without having Cam out there. But speaking of Cam, let's go ahead and start to talk about the quarterbacks. Kyle Allen got to start tonight, obviously, because Cam didn't play, and we thought he had the inside track to be the backup quarterback. We know we're probably only going to carry 2, maybe 3 quarterbacks if we have to, just because we drafted Will Grier, but we'll talk about him a little bit more in a second. But Kyle Allen did not play great. I'm not going to lie. What was his numbers? He finished 4 of 11 for 32 yards in 3 series. He played a pretty decent chunk just because the first drive went 3 and out, but he was missing low. He tried to connect with Curtis Samuel a couple times, underthrew. He threw a back shoulder fade that was a little bit short. He tried to hit him on a corner route, was short. And I don't know what was going on. He seemed a lot more composed last week versus the Bears, who, even though they didn't play their starters, it would seem they had more talent. But the Bills, their defense, they have some talent too. They have Sean McDermott. He's a good coach, good defensive coach per se, but he definitely struggled. As far as Will Grier, look, man, Will Grier ain't it, Chief. I'm not going to lie. I saw our last game. He was looking kind of shaky. I tried to chalk it up to him being in his first action period. But tonight, he just really completely looked like he doesn't belong in NFL at all. I don't want to beat up on him too much because he's a rookie. He doesn't have that much experience. However, like, bro, act like you belong. Like, you're staring at receivers. You're overthrowing guys high. You're holding on to the ball too long. 3-step drops. When the offensive line's not even blocking that long, you're taking off and trying to run around and buy time. You're throwing screens to running backs when you shouldn't because the play is pretty much dead when the defense reads it. Like, you really look like you never played football before. And when it comes to composure, you didn't show any tonight. And that's one of the big things that I liked about you coming out of college. I was surprised about the 3rd-round pick. However, when I saw you play in college, you had that composure. You had that swagger. I know it's a whole different ball game. These are grown men that have to pay bills. But you're a grown man too now. So you got to step your game up, and I really didn't see that progress. North Turner and Scotty Turner, whoever's calling plays, you gotta help this guy out. We have a ton of running backs that are good. Run the ball more. This guy there's no reason Will Grier should have had 10 or 19 attempts in a game where he only played, a quarter and a half? Like 19, that's way too much passing. This is not West Virginia anymore for him. You should have run the ball, take the pressure off. They passed too much with Kyle Allen too, and that put too much pressure on them too. And we have running backs that were effective tonight, and we have plenty of them. We just didn't use them to take the pressure off these guys. I know it's a tight competition, and you want to see what you have at quarterback, but guys, you got to protect these guys with the running game. But last but not least, Taylor Heineke. I like Taylor Heineke. He's just small as crap. Last year against the Falcons, he started kind of shaky. Obviously, he moved the ball, had that red zone pick, but he rounded out pretty well in his one start last year. Even though he did get hurt, he was hurt coming into camp, so he was kind of getting the butt end of the reps and kind of turned into the stepchild of the quarterback position group. However, he ended up looking the best. Yes, it was against the third string. However, you got to remember he has a third string offensive line in front of him and third string receivers. So when you can look good with those type of guys that you're playing with, I got to give you credit, especially if you're moving the ball and actually completing passes to put the team into the end zone. Because they got the only touchdown of the night with Taylor Heineke leading the pack. But I would like to see Taylor Heineke get some more significant quality reps with some better wide receivers. You saw Kyle Allen and Will Grier get to play with Hogan and Torrey Smith a little bit, but Taylor Heineke really got to pretty much play with the scraps when it came to the receivers. But let's go ahead and move on to the running back position. Cameron Artis-Payne got to start. He ran very well again, honestly. He looked pretty good. A couple runs when they gave him chances. Like I said, they overpassed tonight, passing Kyle Allen all the time. Like, dude, run the ball. Our running backs are effective. They're getting yards. They're running hard. Run the ball to the outside. Get creative. You know what I'm saying? Like, be stubborn with the run. Don't sit back and drop back and pass 20 times. Give the ball to these guys. Cameron Artis-Payne ran well. I was surprised to see Bonifant was the second running back off the bench, and he actually did good. He's not super flashy and he makes splash plays like the rest of these running backs, but he is very consistent. He catches the ball. He runs the ball and gets as much as he can out of certain plays. He runs pretty hard. And I like Bonifant a little bit, man. I don't know if he'll be able to be on the practice squad probably. In my opinion, I think that's where he'll end up. But he's played pretty steady, and you can't really ask for anything more than consistency because you know what you're going to get from him. Jordan Scarlett was back in action tonight after being injured. He ran hard. He got probably the most reps out of all the running backs, and he looked awesome. That was my first time ever seeing him play since college. I watched a little bit of him in college, but this is my first time actually getting to really take a good look at him, and he ran very, very well. He ran hard through contact. He ran hard through holes. He hit the holes pretty hard. He caught the passes pretty well. I know the catching passes was one of the knocks, but I know he's really been working on that, and it showed tonight. He did a lot that got called back by penalties, which is a whole nother story that made this game even more boring. I'll talk about that a little bit later too. But I was very, very happy with what I saw from Scarlett. Holyfield got the bulk of the carries last week, but so he didn't really get a ton of PT tonight. He was okay doing in the spots that he could pick, but of course tonight was Jordan Scarlett's night. As far as the wide receiver, again, I'm not gonna spend too much time on these guys. We know what we have at this position group is pretty much set. Maybe it's that one guy at the back end, maybe Aldrich Robinson or Terry Godwin, guys like that. But nobody really did anything. I mean, Rashad Ross scored the only touchdown of the game, and he had a couple other catches. But besides that, the lack of quarterback play really, really hurt the wide receivers. And you got to be pissed if you're some of these back end guys who are trying to get some film out from any other team that maybe want to check you out, or if you're trying to make the roster for the Panthers. But as far as the offensive line, pass protection early was pretty solid. I'm not gonna lie. There was a lot of penalties though all around for this group. A lot of holdings. The refs were pretty much robbing the players of any kind of action tonight and any kind of stardom because they got a lot more. The refs got a lot more camera time than the players with all these flags that they threw. But I know the starting offensive line played tonight finally. And they played pretty well. I know Taylor Moton had his struggles. He had a penalty, and he actually had a misread, and he had a blow by that ended up getting Kyle Allen roughed up. But overall, they looked fairly decent. The backup group did not look as well as they did the other night. Greg Little had some penalties. A lot of them were BS once they showed the replay, but Greg Little looked pretty good. I mean, I will chalk this up to these guys being tired. That's why there's so many holdings. When you get tired being that big of a guy, your stamina's not as good as some of these other guys that are made to run around fast. So your technique gets a little bit lazy. You may start grabbing on the outside a little bit more versus inside, and the refs are going to call it. And that's pretty much what happened tonight. But I like the pass pro pretty much for what it was. But it was pretty solid. Moving on to the defense. The defense, it left me a bad taste in my mouth. It was okay, but not what I expected. I expected dominance. However, not having Luke Kuechly and Shaq Thompson was a big difference. These were the only two starters that pretty much did not play defensively. The starting front four of KK, McCoy, Irvin, and Mario, they played a lot. They even played with the backup secondary when they came in because Ron Rivera knows that this front four can be a pretty solid group, and they need more experience together to time up those twists and those stunts and those zone blitzes that they like to do. So they need reps, quality reps together to get that stuff down. KK Short was stupid active tonight. He's one of my favorite players on this team. KK, he made a lot of plays. He was very active. He's very strong, quick off the ball. We know what he does. Man, he got a sack. He hit the quarterback a couple times. He forced some flush out. He forced the quarterback to flush the pocket a couple times too. And my disappointment was Josh Allen. I'm not a fan of him, but he showed a lot of poise. They had a lot of plays where they got the ball out quick to kind of neutralize our offensive front because their offensive line is not that good. So they did a lot of quick plays to neutralize, our defensive front. As far as the front four, they did get after him. They got some licks. They got a couple sacks. Marquise Haynes came in spot duty with the starters, and he showed that quick burst. I like having Marquise Haynes in obvious pass scenarios, and it looked good. Brian Burns, I know he had been beat up. He played a little bit. He didn't make any splash plays. I really didn't even notice him on the field until I saw somebody on Twitter say that he was playing, and I saw him in pads on the sideline. So no sacks for neither one of those guys this week. As far as linebacker, I just know if Luke Kuechly gets hurt, it's going to be tough. I do miss A.J. Klein at this point. He's a prick now playing for the Saints. But having somebody that's respectable at the backup, Luke, is detrimental. Because like right now, Jermaine Carter, Andre Smith, they're not ready, man. They're not athletic enough. They're not smart enough in the pass coverage. And it showed. I mean, the Bills were very smart by scheming up plays to go across the middle. We saw they hit us in the seam. That was kind of on the secondary too. But a lot of times they got the linebacker. We ran a lot of man. That's very uncharacteristic of Ron Rivera. But I guess with this multiple defense, he's gonna start doing that more. But they started isolating our linebackers on tight ends and started isolating our linebackers on running backs and pitching it to them, giving Josh Allen easy passes to make. And we were exposed. They could not keep up with those guys that couldn't cover, whether it was a real route, a drag route, or even a simple arrow route for a running back out of the backfield. We couldn't hang with them, and they used that to move the ball down the field and get a touchdown and a field goal in their first two drives before we even had a chance to, say, keep pounding. You know what I'm saying? It was pretty quick, and we were in a hole. Once I saw that, I was like, dude, it's going to be a long night if Kyle Allen and the other quarterbacks were going to be playing. I expected them to play a lot better, but defensively, those linebackers are going to be tough. Luke Kuechly is such a smart and integral part. We need him just as bad as we need Cam Newton. I think that was obvious tonight. As far as the secondary, I like what I saw from James Bradbury and Dante Jackson, tackling wise and in the run game being very, very physical. I like that. Eric Reed, I don't know if that was on him. They ran that tight end play down the seam, and he was kind of late there, but that's pretty much where they were attacking us, in the middle of the field where our linebackers should be, since Luke Kuechly wasn't there. Ross Cockrell, Gaulden, Cockrell, he played okay. I saw him running with it stride for stride with some receivers every now and then, locking up some plays. Gaulden was active. He blitzed a lot tonight. And they just need to work on him actually making impact on the quarterback. I think because he's skinny and he was running at the quarterback, he was kind of hesitant to hit the quarterback at times. Instead, he was trying to go around. And he missed probably 2 sacks or at least hits that could have affected the quarterback highly, and he just missed those. I mean, he came on the blitz. He's very quick off the edge, so good job doing that. But he got to work on finishing and getting home, creating a play, creating a turnover, maybe a sack fumble or something like that when he gets home. But I still like the energy and the physicality I saw from him tonight for the most part. But overall, guys, I'm not going to lie. It's preseason, but me being the emotional guy I am, it bothered me. You know, I was geeked up for this game after what I saw last week versus the Bears. We had a good week of practice versus the Bills with the joint practice, and we kind of just came out and laid an egg. You know what I'm saying? Offensively, we were dry. Defensively, in the middle of the field, we were being gashed by the passing game. And, you know, we let Josh Allen, a second-year quarterback, pretty much slice and dice us down the field. The defensive front did show some flashes, but I see that now that we kept it pretty vanilla. And we're not going to be able to just beat people off of just pure ability. We're going to have to scheme some people open. Yeah, KK can get his stuff in, but if we're relying on defensive tackles to be our key pass rushers, something's wrong. We're going to have to scheme up some stuff, some twists and stunts, bring in Marquise Haynes and Brian Burns every now and then to manufacture a pass rush with those 4 or 5 guys, depending on what kind of front we're running and depending on what kind of exotic blitz we're running also. But I was very disappointed, I'm not going to lie, in the quarterback play. Will Grier, I'm almost. I know it's early, but I'm almost off this guy. I'm almost off of him, man. Like I saw him play in that Texas game. That's the one game I saw him play in college, and now he won my heart over. But I'm pretty much done with him, bro. I'm ready to wring my hands, swipe my hands with him. I don't know. You guys let me know how y'all feel about Will Grier and how he played tonight. But like I said, we got to get back to practice again. Sunday they'll be back on the field. So we'll see. But you guys make sure you hit the subscribe button and give the video a thumbs up if you haven't. Let me know what you thought about the game tonight. Are you disappointed? Are you nervous about the regular season? Or are you just keeping it cool because it's preseason? Let me know down below in the comments. But without further ado, I'm Aaron Duckett signing off with the Necessary Bluntness Sports Talk. Make sure you guys stay tuned to all the videos I'm doing, man. I'll see you next time.